Yeah.
what we're doing. All right. Hi, everyone. Not sure if anybody's here yet, but I'm just going to wave and say hello and welcome with my friend Kelly from DznCats, who just had her 1,000 subscriber party last weekend. It was a lot of fun. There was a lot of wonderful people that showed up, and so it was great. It was great.
It absolutely was.
Yeah. So I am asking people the inside the actor studio questions from Bravo rather. And James Lipton, one of my favorite people, he
I loved
he asked
it,
these.
by the way.
I loved it too. He died in 2020. I think it would still be on if he wasn't gone. But yeah, the show was a lot of fun, and he got people to talk about things that not necessarily they would have probably talked about. So I really loved that part of it.
I really enjoyed when he would ask them something that seemed unexpected. And then he would like sort of James Lipton I'm talking about, and then he would look out to the audience and he kind of had that like kind of mischievous smile on his face. And I was like, oh, because it was so out of character for him. He was very like in the moment, right?
Oh, absolutely. He was almost what I would call British, if you know what I mean, like stiff upper lip and all that. Yeah, even though he wasn't British. But anyway, he came through when I was asking Kevin, the healing medium, these questions, and he said, James Lipton loves this, and he's here, and he says, you need to do this with everybody. So
excellent. Let's do it.
I'm doing it at the behest of James Lipton himself. So isn't that great? I thought it was awesome.
Well, I can't say no to James Lipton. I mean, I can't say no to you either, but makes it compelling.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Anyway, so I'm going to start out like I did with everybody else, asking you what your favorite word is.
My favorite word is believe.
Believe. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it was my mom's, I want to say my mom's favorite word, or my mom's word of choice, used in all manner of contexts. I have it all over my house because it reminds me of my mom, but it also is a great sort of affirmational, sort of statement to have around, especially for me. Right. To believe that one day everything's going to be okay, to believe, that tomorrow is going to be better than today, to believe in myself, to believe in spirit, to believe in my connection, to believe in my own sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? My own sort of essence as I try to discover it. So.
And you try to discover it. That's beautiful. And I think because you did have that word there, that you did get through many, many bad days, and probably still do. Yeah. Oh, there's Quincy. Is that Quincy?
There's Quincy. Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, hi Hershey. Hershey's coming on tonight with me at 6 o'clock Pacific. So 9 o'clock. And I know she's coming on your channel tomorrow. So she's a busy lady. Yeah.
She's a busy lady.
She is. So, okay. So what is your least favorite word, Kel?
Mistake. I don't like the word mistakes. Or mistake. I actually have a tarot deck that has the word written on it. And every time I pull that card, I literally say, you all know how I feel about this word mistake. I mean, it's very negative, and it implies that you've done something wrong. It suggests that you should know better, or that you need to, fix something.
But if you break it up, it's only a mistake.
Yeah. But see, I don't believe that anything happens by mistake. So
I get it. All right. Well, and that's part of what you believe. Yeah, and your beliefs are very clear. So yeah. So that's because that's one of your words. So that's great. So the next one is what excites you, and it doesn't have to be anything spiritually, or it can be anything. It can be anything that might excite you. what you could do, say in a reading, or you could say outside of that.
I'm sorry, you asked the question. Quincy's meowing like, pick me, Mom, pick me. My animals, Quincy, Charlotte, Rosie, and Austin, excite me. What excites me? When I come into a chat, and I'm not trying to score bonus points here, friends, but literally when I come into a chat and I say hi and people say hi back, or people say hi to me first and I say hi back, whatever, that makes me really happy. That sort of gives me a jolt in the right direction.
Recognition. Yeah, it isn't like you need recognition, but it's like, I'm here, you're here. Hi, we're together in this moment.
Support.
Yeah.
And
support.
I don't, I haven't experienced that for a very long time. So when I come into the chats and people say hi, I feel that my friends are like, no different than back in high school, like, hey, how you doing, kind of thing. And it lifts me up. The other thing that excites me is those unexpected moments. And I think I did a visualization about this one time where, do you mind if I'm not doing the visualization, but I'm just going to sort of break it down for you. So imagine, if you will, friends, that you are, you've dedicated Saturday to do your chores, and you've gone to the fridge where the list sits, and you realize, I haven't checked off a damn thing. I am so far behind. I think I might be winning. And like, you feel a little overwhelmed, a little lost, and you decide, you know what? It is time for a cool drink. I need to go sit down and regroup. That's this is where I specialize. Regrouping is my specialty. So I go and I sit in the chair and I'm just quiet. I'm probably having my nasty bad habit and my other nasty bad habit. And I'm just sitting there doing my thing. And all of a sudden, one of the cats jumps up in my lap. And the cat just looks up at me and it meows, and then it starts to circle as they do, and it tries to find its comfort spot.
Right.
And then it just lays there and it starts to purr, and you can feel that vibration, and then you can feel the warmth of the cat. And as you start to, pet the cat, you feel that tactile experience. And before you know it, that cat looks up at you with that look on their face. And we can't really explain. It's an expression that they have.
Yep.
They either might make a sound, or they might sort of roll their head a little bit. And all of a sudden, you're smiling, and it's unexpected joy in a moment that was so insignificant, which now is significant if you allow it to be. And that excites me. Those moments excite me because when I was first diagnosed with anxiety panic disorder, I probably had to do 9 things at once to feel like I could sit still, which sounds not right.
That's OCD, like an OCD behavior. Yeah.
So that's because I was trying to counteract the nervousness,
and
I was I kept myself busy, but of course you can't concentrate and you can't focus when your anxiety is really high. So I was constantly being counterproductive as to what my goal was, but I was giving it my best shot. Anyways, my point being that I never got to experience still for a really long time, and now I can sit still, and I can just be. So when the cats jump up in my lap like that, it's not the first time that's ever happened, but all of a sudden now I can appreciate it again. Sure. And so I don't let that slide by real fast.
No, and Miss Mims is right. Your cats are healing you. And that's what they're there to do. My dogs do that to me. So I understand completely. I love it when my dogs come over and they just look at me with these big eyes, So absolutely. I understand the feeling. I do. Yeah. It's wonderful. Thank you.
Quincy, everyone.
Hello, Deborah. Nice to see you too. Hi, everybody, welcome. I'm not ignoring anybody. Said hello to everybody, but we're right in the middle of a list of things I'm talking to Kel about. We will be doing some readings afterwards. Yeah. So if you have something you want answered, you can put it up and I'll do it. All right. So the next question that I had for you is, what turns you off?
hate. Hate turns me off.
Mm-hmm. 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 Understand.
The court of public opinion, judgment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all do it in some form or another. We've all dipped our toe in that water.
Yeah.
But it's the mean-spirited
Yes.
version that really, like if you don't own, oh, whoops, I take that back. I apologize. You know what I mean? If you don't own it, or
Mm-hmm.
like I misunderstood or whatever, if you don't
Mm-hmm.
own it, and it just comes from a mean-spirited place.
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't tolerate that.
I'm the same way. I feel the same way about judgment, that some people, they're pointing a finger at you, but there's three of them going back at themselves. They don't realize
Yes.
that what they're judging is something they need to work on themselves.
100%.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So, what sound or noise do you like?
Well, this is an interesting question. I love the sound of, a cat's purr.
Uh-huh.
I love the sound of silence. Like think about like late at night, a late summer night when you're outside and it's just, the trees sort of, dancing around, but like there's really not a sound that you could like pinpoint. Do you know what I mean? It's just very still. But you still know that things are going on.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Because you can see it.
Mm-hmm. You can see it.
I like that. And the sound of music. I like music.
Oh, yeah.
Music
I love the sound of waves lapping onto a shore as well. That really...
That's an interesting one for me because I don't like a dripping faucet. I can't handle a fish aquarium.
Right.
I'm getting of a certain age and I need to go potty all the time. I don't know what
I
is.
know. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
But if I have my like outdoor fountain on, then I'm okay.
Yeah,
with
it's something about it. I couldn't probably go to sleep like you. I couldn't go to sleep with it because it would maybe have to make me get up and pee.
Oh my God!
But just the sound of it. Oh, it's
unless
so
I slept on the toilet or with the diaper on. I'm like when people I've heard people say like about the noise machines or whatever, and I'm thinking, oh my God, you listen to like crashing waves, or when people say like, oh, you're gonna love the sound of the rain on a still roof, or like it's like being in a trail. I'm like, no, I don't.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it if it's during the day. I think it's kind of cozy, but all night, a little bit something else.
Like right now, it's raining and the door's open and it's loud. I can hear it. So if I have to go potty, I'm sorry.
It's not my fault.
It's not my fault. No.
All right. So what noise do you not like? Or
what noise do I not like?
Yeah. Or you hate certain noise. Yeah.
Well,
I can't deal with fireworks. Oh my God.
I don't like when you hear people arguing. When a fight gets to a certain point when it escalates, it makes me very emotional and takes me to a really like not great place. And so I don't like that. It triggers me for sure.
I get it. Yep. Ooh,
I
a
don't
screeching
like
chalkboard. Yeah. Fingers on a chalkboard. Yeah, that would be awful. When I was a kid, it was people who scratched their nylons. I couldn't, it just bothered it made my teeth feel funny. And I don't know why. But nobody wears nylons anymore. So it's not a big deal.
do you know the show host Graham Norton does all these awesome interview questions with his guests, which are mostly 3 or 4 celebrities at a time. And he's done quite a number of those shows where he's asked like what's like a phobia that you have, or what's a sound that you don't like, and it's amazing some of the things that people say.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah,
because like I didn't even know that was a thing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. No, I know, and it probably wasn't, except it was for me. So,
but somebody, I remember one time I was watching that show and somebody said like the sweat from your toast, and I was like, that's a thing. The sweat
from their toast?
Yeah.
You sure it wasn't toes?
No, ew,
Oh,
gross.
it was toast.
No,
Okay.
now that is like, that's a thing. But like the
Okay.
sweat
Yeah.
from your
Yeah.
toast, I'm like, really?
I don't know if that. Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
that there's such a thing.
But
Okay.
I mean, hey, to that person, it's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Who are we
Well,
to judge? We can't judge.
I think with me for the fireworks, I've become even more conscious of it because of my animals, and that's what I'm seeing over here. Yeah. Oh yeah, Faye, your favorite interview was with Robin Williams. Well, he must have been a hoot to have James Lipton talk to. So yeah.
Yeah.
It was cool. All right. Let's
Frankly,
see.
my animals don't. I mean, the cats don't care for the fireworks. But
they're not shaking.
But they
and
don't like flip out. They just go hide as cats do. And Rosie seems to be like oblivious, which yay.
So.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly, you ready for this one? Dun, da, da, da. What's your favorite curse word?
It's really hard to choose. Seriously. Because some of the things that I say are a little out of left field. So my father used to speak Pig Latin around the house, and I know that this is not correct Pig Latin, but out of my dad's book, Oli Akfe would be one of the statements that you will hear me say quite often. And yeah, I guess that's my choice.
Oli Akfe. Is that a swear in Pig Latin? Is that a swear?
Well, it's not. It's not an accurate way to say it, but it's Oli Akfe.
Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah, the F-bomb a lot of people like, and Angela and Deb liked F-bomb. They like that one.
Yeah, see, that's just not something that's ever going to roll off my tongue.
Me, it's shit. I just love that word. It sounds like what it is, and so that's why I like it.
I love it.
Anyway, yeah. All right. What gift other than what you already currently have would you like to have? So some people have said, like maybe they want to be a psychic, or some people may have said they want to fly, or some people want to play the piano. So it could be anything. It doesn't have to be just spiritual.
I would not like to live in fear anymore.
That's a gift you'd like?
Yeah.
Just
absolutely.
to have peace?
Yes.
To have peace. Okay.
To have to have it's not really the peace, it's the but I suppose in if you're hearing this, then peace makes sense. It is a level
freedom from fear. Freedom from fear.
It's a level of understanding or perspective that I don't have triggers, that I can actually, go from place to place, from person to person, from situation to situation, without having to navigate, what happens if,
okay. So the anxiety level is gone. Let's say.
So I can just like go freely and not even like have that enter my mind anymore. That would be magical, really.
Yeah, sure. That's awesome.
I want to say that it's, we have made massive amounts of improvement, but it's still there. So
well, life is all about improvement, honey. No matter, I don't think we're ever just like the best we can ever be. So I think your progress is fabulous.
Thank you, my friend.
So what gift is most annoying to you that you might already have?
The gift of communication is sometimes not always appreciated by others. If I had $1 for every time that I was told that I talked too much, I'd have a lot of money in the bank. If I had, like in my entire, time in school, I was told that I talk too much, that I chat too much. But then the minute that I get quiet, people are like, geez, are you okay? Like, so I don't know how to navigate that. And I apologized for it for a good portion of my life, because it almost was made to feel like it was a negative. And now I'm just like, I mean, I'm a chatterbox. Sorry, I own it. And then there's other people that say to me like, gosh, I wish I could just, like speak freely, like make friends in the grocery store like you do. And I'm like, yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You meet all kinds of weird people in the grocery store. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I've been told for years that, I have the gift of the gab.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'm like, I don't know if it's a gift. But yeah.
Well, you never meet a stranger that way. I can tell you that.
True that.
And
True that.
if you have a channel, that's a really good thing to be, I think so.
Thank you,
Mary wanted to say that to you. And Rose Blue says, me too, Kelly.
Yep.
Money, 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 money.
Yep.
Yep. Hi, Pierrette.
Hi, Pierrette.
Yeah.
Pierrette's going to be joining me this Friday for
I know Canada Day.
I'm very excited.
I know you're going to have a great show. You've got Pierrette and Ron and Marina
and Sharon coming. Tracy was also coming. Tracy Ralph, but she had to back out. She has family coming that just sort of notified her. Kevin the Healing Medium might stop by if he's doing a whole bunch of stuff. So if he can, squeeze it in.
Say hello,
But yeah, awesome. It's just it'll be fun. So in the email when I invited everyone, what I said was, and this is a little bit of homework for y'all. What I said was, bring your bug spray, the marshmallows, and your favorite hoser story. Right. So if you know anything about Canadians, then you'll know what hoser means. And if you don't know anything about hosers, look it up because it's fun. We're going to be telling hoser stories.
Awesome. All right. So Rose Blue got the ribbon for the most talkative in the 3rd grade. So there you go. You're in good company. Hi, Karen Trout. Nice to see you. Hi, Faye. Hi, Celtic Seer. I've been trying to say hi.
Nice. Happy Canada Day for Friday. Thank you.
Yes, that's nice.
Yes, it's
all right. So
actually.
we have one more question, and then we'll do some readings.
Yeah,
so
sure. Let's do it.
The last question is: if heaven exists, and we know it does, hopefully, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive?
That I'm allowed in.
That you're allowed in.
Yeah. It's not like a story. You got to go to
wrong level. Sorry, wrong level.
Door number 2, lady. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I get it. But it has to be fun. Angela had said today that she has had 2 near-death experiences, and she said, "I already know because I've been to the pearly gates twice before." And she said, "Everything is love, just love and love and love." And I thought, oh, isn't that a really warming thought? Now,
if you had have said to me, who would I want to see when I arrive? If my mama was there,
she'll be there. Sure.
No, but I mean, like, I want a hug. You know what I mean? Like that's
yeah.
Yep,
absolutely.
And
I
then,
can just
and then
see
we can talk about like Dancing with the Stars and like all the things. I mean, because that's what we used to do. Like we would pick up the phone and literally speak the whole way through the show, and then we would have to like talk after the show to talk about all the things that we were talking through as we were pushing the button on the DVD. It's so bad. So bad.
I still think Drew Lachey was one of the best dancers, and he was in the first Dancing with the Stars. Remember him?
Yes, he was really good.
He was really good. Yeah. Miss Mim says your mom will be the first in line to give you a hug, Kelly.
Aww.
And Miss Mim says, "How about hi, honey pie? Come on in." I love that.
My mom's word was sweetheart.
Sweetheart.
And so that's what she would say. She'd say, "Hi, sweetheart."
Hi, sweetheart. Oh. Well, I also look forward to seeing my multitude of dogs that are all waiting on me. And you probably have some cats that will. And you probably had dogs too, didn't you, when you were younger? Yeah. Okay.
I used to live on a farm.
Oh, okay. So you got all kinds of animals.
But yeah, I had a horse and we had a pony and a
wow
pig and dogs and cats and all sorts.
Cool. Well, thank you for that. Thanks, everybody. It's a lot of fun to ask everybody these because I'm not getting any real similarities yet, and you're like the third or fourth person that I've done. So we're going to be doing this with just about everybody. So, Miss, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, in the spirit of James Lipton, my question is, how is Alex Baldwin in the aftermath of the movie Rust Diabolical? Just wondering. I totally love that question, Miss Mims. We'll throw some cards on it. I'm not allowed to have an opinion when it comes to the reading.
You can have an opinion, but it doesn't mean that. Yeah.
No, because if I don't want to say it, and come on, you have to leave. Quincy's like, no, I don't have to leave. This is my desk. Okay.
So yes, we can take some political and regular questions. Although Kelly doesn't do a lot of political.
Listen,
she's certainly and I have some questions actually about Russia and Putin and all those.
Kelly's like, I got a list. I'm ready to go, Kelly.
I got a list. Really?
All right, let me get. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to get all my stuff out here.
All right.
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I've got my. I'm trying to find my kippers. Where are my kippers?
Kippers. Mary says, I think I'd be asking a lot of questions of God and then maybe get scolded for wanting to know why to so many questions.
Yeah.
You know what God will say to you, Mary? Well, Mary, that's what you have to learn next time. So get in line, we'll get you back into a body and let you back on.
Right.
And I say, no, thank you, God. I don't want to go back. It's too crazy down here. For me, anyway. Yeah.
I think I want to use my kippers for this for some reason. I don't know why. That's weird. But let's give it a shot, shall we?
Karen Robinson. I try to type and I have 5 cat buttholes in my face on a slow day.
You're singing my song. I mean, it's just. If you guys had any idea how many videos I have tried to record, and I get like 3/4 of the way, and then one of them jumps up and scares the what out of me, and I, swear in the middle of the video, and then I'm like, whoops, sorry. Yeah, it's a lot.
Happy birthday, Faye. We will definitely read for you today. All right. Whoops, I got to get back to the question of James Lipton and Alex. Let's see what we can get. Isn't his wife pregnant again? She's like pregnant every 2 minutes.
But if that's the truth, look at the card I pulled.
Oh my Lord. That's something else.
Come on.
Oh wow.
We have to go, sweetheart.
By the way, if you all get a chance, it sounds really like you wouldn't want to watch this, but if you get a chance, watch Shiny Happy People about the Duggar family and 19 Kids and Counting. Remember that old show? No? And the things that their religion has done to their family. It's more of a documentary. Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Hi, Vivian.
Hi, Ziggy. Hi, Viviani. All right.
Ziggy, Michelle. So many lovely people here. Okay. I try not to choose the kippers. I try to let I try to let Spirit choose them. So this is an interesting I think accurate but interesting. So I've got Distant Horizon to start. And I sort of feel like that Distant Horizon is Alex's. He's had to totally shift his thinking. All of a sudden, his career seems like way ahead of him, way far away. We've got the child. So if this is true about a new child coming in, then that's what this represents. But normally it's either about a child or like a new beginning, right?
Okay.
We've got the house. So the house can represent secrets, or it can also represent your security, like your home, right? Your safety. And I think that this is where we're going, because we've got the child, we've got the house, and now we've got the Lover's card. So this implies like his family is very important to him, and he is very dedicated to keeping that stable and secure. We have the coffin. So that would imply, a rebirth of sorts.
Yeah. Yep.
He is feeling lost.
Yep. Wow. Wait till you see what I got.
Honestly, it makes me want to cry. I'm just going to say this, okay?
Yeah.
And that's why I said I didn't want to say. I can't imagine how that feels to be in that spot. No matter what you think of the situation,
that's right.
He has to live with that for the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah. And just remembering where it happened and etched in his mind.
I mean, I can't imagine. And so I literally feel like he feels broken and lost. And then we've got mature man. This is someone. This isn't him. This is
someone else.
This is someone coming to help him. This is someone coming to assist. So it could be like could be like a religious person, a doctor, maybe like an actor friend, maybe one of his brothers. It is someone
come in and help him.
That he knows, someone that is close to him, someone that's connected to him. And not that we read these because we don't, but on the bottom of the deck, I've got message. That's literally a communication. So maybe someone that he knows is going to reach out and try to, I feel like he needs to be lifted up, literally. And I think that someone's going to do that for him. So that's what I got.
Oh, hi, Diana. Faye says she thinks Ireland, his daughter, the older one with Kim Basinger, had a child, so he did become a grandpa. Maybe that was something that helped him a bit.
That's the child that has some letters. Okay, that makes sense. Yep.
So what I have is very similar, and it's all about money and feeling stuck, and also, he was the family's anchor. And he kind of got yanked out, and it must have been very difficult. And again, the money. Here it is with the money again. But money is going to start coming in again for him, because I think that's a fear. But look at this rough patch, and it's a skull. Borrowing money, no work, and now I think they are finishing the movie. I believe they're back to finishing up that movie. So this whole thing has been devastating for him, not only personally, emotionally, but monetarily. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Oh, wow. All right.
Sad, isn't it? Like the whole situation is just really sad.
Sterling and others claim that we will have contact with aliens by 2030 and will be accepted worldwide. What will this do to organized religion? You know what's going to be, Mary, is it's going to be the othering. Instead of people here, it's going to be, those aliens over there, they're going to be the ones to fear and the ones to say awful things about. And we'll pull some cards on it, but let me put you back into the rotation here.
Michelle Williams says, I know he is, but I'm sure there are times he's not, because if he could have my attention 24/7, then he'd be truly happy. Bless you, Michelle Williams. I love it.
Michelle says, I seem to be sitting still too much and letting my list of things to do pile up. Well, you could sit and let the cats come snuggle onto your lap, and then you could get your list checked off like Kel did. She had some good advice.
I have hello. We need another show for that. Let's pull some cards on that. I got my oracle cards right here in front of me. I'm going to make a suggestion, Michelle. if the list might be too overwhelming, so ixnay the list, like get rid of the list. Make a statement for yourself that you're going to do one thing that day, whatever that one thing might be. Get dressed, put a top on, brush your hair, clean the floor, like whatever that one thing
is. So look at this. I got these wonderful shadow healing cards.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that there's something she's feeling guilty about, maybe, because she wouldn't ask the question, right? I think she thinks it's not okay to sit still, but it says not everything has to happen now. And taking time to consider the outcome can be beneficial. However, delaying won't fix anything, as nothing will change. So, but this is a delay. But sometimes just sitting still and being is enough.
So the reason, did you see that?
Fly out?
Yeah. I mean, I'm just based on my cards, not trying to call you out, Michelle. So I hope that it's okay that I say this. From one person who has great difficulty sitting still to another who is saying that they have difficulty like getting things done. If it's like an anxiety, if it's a stress, sometimes we can't concentrate. Sometimes you can't focus when you're really stressed. If you are like procrastinating is sort of like a side effect, we'll call it, of stress. So to eliminate the stress of having that ever long list, right? Get rid of the list. Pick one thing to do that one thing. You have all the time in the world to do that one thing, because there's no other expectation on you other than that one thing. Do that one thing, and when you've done that one thing, you celebrate the what out of it, and you don't stop celebrating it, and eventually you will start to increase your momentum and your motivation to do other things. I call it the push the stool out technique, because literally that's what I had to do. So these are the cards.
As long as it's not the stool from the other end, right?
Right. Ew, gross, Riley. We've got the...
I'm going to run out for a second. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. Okay, listen. You cannot stick your head in front of the camera. We've got the reclamation and home. Now, home, like, to me, that's about like being centered, right? That's about being aligned. That's that feeling of oneness, right? That feeling of wholeness. And the second card that I got for you is the butterfly, which is beauty. And that's freedom, right? That's safety. That's being able to express yourself. So a little bit of what Ali said, and don't be so hard on yourself, right? Lower your expectations and really filter that list down so that you're not setting yourself up to be overwhelmed and or fail before you've even tried. That's what I got for you, love.
That's awesome. And I think that, that's all in part and parcel of trying to stay in balance, which is something that is an everyday
absolutely. I mean, we're all walking that tightrope, right?
Yeah, we are.
Okay, you have got to go. I love you, but you've got to
go. Well, Karen, that's an interesting question. I love it. Did my cat Ava and I have a soul contract to be together? Well, I think there are some animals that we do have a soul contract with. One of my dogs I had when I first met my husband, she was just like almost like my soulmate, if that makes any sense,
I literally felt like Austin was my best friend. So I believe absolutely it's possible. I've got going forward. That's like a journey, like that you two are walking together, or we're walking together, or we're meant to walk together. It was a plan, right? It was sort of like a destiny kind of thing. Isn't that interesting?
Hmm.
Look at that. You've got pleasure in going forward. So you're going down the road, you're walking towards the sun, right? You're walking towards the light in a forward move, and then you get to this wonderful portal, and get to walk through that together. Yes, I definitely think.
I say that's a yes, don't you?
Yeah, I definitely think that your cat Ava was meant to share life with you.
Yeah.
Like here in the physical world, I mean.
In the physical. So I get the first card I get is strength, Karen. I believe you're strong for each other. I think that when, if one of you is having a bad day, the other one's right there picking up the slack. So I definitely think so. That's a beautiful card.
Beautiful.
And I get expect the unexpected. So yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if this cat has been with you before in other lifetimes, or even when you were a younger girl. But look at this beautiful one, the light. Yeah, you incarnated and had a plan to meet each other on this side. So yes, you're walking in the light together. That's beautiful. I love the question, Karen. Thank you, my dear. Yeah, it's good to see you. How have you been? All right. Oh, now what? Every time I hit this button, everything goes all skewy. All right, sorry. It's like I can't.
I didn't do it. It wasn't my fault.
I know it wasn't your fault.
This squeak in my desk, it's driving me crazy.
I can't hear it. I can't hear it. You know what they say though? Squeaky gets the grease, right?
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Is that what they say?
Yeah. All right, Celtic Seer, what does July have in store for you? Lots of heat, maybe some fireworks, hot dogs. No, I hate hot dogs. Oh my God.
I used to love hot dogs.
I did when I was a kid, but I didn't know how you made them, how they made them.
Oh my gosh, okay, you guys, did anyone here in the chat ever do this or know someone that did this? Go to the fridge and like pull out a cold wiener and like just eat it like that?
No, thank you, dear.
Oh yeah, it was like a total snack.
Oh, it reminds me of Slim Jims. My daughter used to eat Slim Jims, but at least those were cooked. Oh, Kel.
That's just so gross, right? Yes, I love WD-40, absolutely.
Oh. How have you been, Diana? It's good to see you, dear.
Excuse me.
I believe all animals have soul contracts with us too. Yes, I agree with you. Oh,
thank you, Faye. Thank you, Miss Mims. Look, yeah, everyone's saying yes. Okay. I'm gonna pull.
Oh, Diana ate those hot dogs. Oh my God, Diana. I'm surprised you girls are still alive. Right? Actually, I had a friend eat hamburger raw.
Ew.
And I don't know how he didn't get trichomoniasis. I don't know what it's called.
I don't know how eating a hot dog out of the fridge is nastier than raw hamburger, but somehow it is.
Well, no, they're about equal. And my father used to eat sardines, and I can't stand them. The tails hanging out of the bread. Ooh. Oh,
come on now.
I know. All right.
Okay. I'm ready to go.
All right, go for it.
Okay. Celtics here, I start with the Six of Swords, which is lovely. The Six of Swords moving away from troubled waters, moving towards the shore, moving towards a more calmer place. That's sort of coming in from the past. We've got the Four of Pentacles next. The Four of Pentacles sometimes is like the miserly card, but it's about control, right? So you're either being overly extravagant or you're being like overly stingy. Um,
Oh.
on a budget. Maybe you're planning a trip. Maybe like you're saving money. Maybe you're just trying to sort of rework your finances, as everyone else in the world is at this moment. Just be careful in that context, if this resonates, that you are not like overdoing it one way or the other, right? That you're being fair to yourself. We've got the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is, wearing your heart on your sleeve. It's about your creativity. It's about spontaneity. But I feel like this is maybe you're, what's the word I'm looking for? Kelly's looking for a word. What is the word I'm looking for? Maybe you are starting to like level up in some way in terms of like your intuition or like your awakening sort of, or like your connection to spirit. You may be feeling like a little bit like overly sensitive in the next little while, and that's going to be a challenge for you to navigate. Where you're picking up on other people's energies and walking into situations where you're kind of like, I want to help you, but just a thought. And then I have the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Like you're getting to work, you're getting busy, you're on the road, you're headed for whatever goal it is that you're trying to achieve, which is lovely. And the Oracle card I pulled is the Frog. So this is interesting, right? Cleaning house, releasing emotional baggage. So that sensitivity could also be because you, like I said, like you're taking on other people's energies. And so you're going to have to put some personal boundaries up so that you don't sort of take on other people's crap, let them dump on you. And then you're left holding the bag and they walk away feeling great.
All right.
Okay. It just says I am really sensitive at the moment.
Okay. Well, I get that something's going to come in for you, some kind of a gift. I don't know if it's money. I don't know if it's somebody's being very generous, or if you get some kind of a new job or vacation, but you are on a budget. So, but you know what, a vacation or a trip can be a day trip. Somebody might invite you to go somewhere and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. I know there's hardly anything left that does that, but sometimes there is. So, because the turtle says, yes, some money is coming in slowly, but it's looking good long term. So just remember the turtle goes a little bit slow. But I'm seeing something to do with a book, whether it's paperwork, contracts, a class, something coming up for you, girl.
Maybe you're taking a course like to level up with a new job or something like that.
Yep. Or you do, or you can do it yourself too. You can get a book and learn about something. If some people can do that really well. So anyway, cool. That's cool. You are decluttering. You have issues with boundaries. Okay. You're not alone. You're not alone. I don't know. I think the hardest thing about boundaries is our parents didn't really know anything about that, teaching us how to do that. And they weren't very good with their own boundaries. And so, now all of a sudden, self-care and boundaries is something we talk about all the time. And most of us are older and we've just all ingrained with the way things had been in the past. So,
look what she just wrote. Very interesting. I have a course to finish and I am job hunting.
Okay, hon. Good.
I have a suggestion about the boundaries, just something to consider, because sometimes it's really hard to go like cold turkey where you're like, yes. And then all of a sudden you're like, nope, sorry, I can't do it. It seems very unnatural. And then you walk away and you do all this like self-sabotaging stuff. So it won't be successful. Try decreasing it. So you can say something like, you know what, I'm super, super busy today, but I've got 15 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And so you're still letting them in, but you are standing firm in your boundary. Because the boundary part is not just about what not to receive. It's also about you setting up your your little partition, your little wall, right, to sort of protect yourself. That's a way that you can also do it. So you sort of like ease into it.
When I have pushed back with things with my own children, and not recently, I mean, even like 10 years ago, they didn't like the way they felt when I put a boundary. But then after a while, they got used to it, and now they set boundaries, and so it is all right, Faye. Tomorrow is your birthday.
Beautiful.
Birthday.
Nobody wants me to sing. Trust me.
Oh, come on, Cal.
That should have been my answer to the question of the sound that I don't like. It's terrible. My whole family on my father's side is musical. They all sing, they all like play instruments, and I make sounds only the cats enjoy, and they really don't, to be perfect. And it is true. Like, that's not even a joke. The next time that you all are at my channel and Mark's in the chat or whatever, just ask him and he'll tell you. Austin is sitting, wherever, and I'll start singing, and Austin literally will like run away from me.
If you want to get rid of them, that's all you got to do then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Let's see what we got. I'm pulling some cards from different decks.
Beautiful. Gotta love it. Look at this, friends. Faye, this is what I've got for you, love. Look at that beautiful angel. Look at that angel. We've got authentic communication. Archangel Gabriel is urging you to speak your truth. Speak your truth. Now, that doesn't mean that you're not speaking your truth. That just means to continue to speak your truth, right?
That's right.
To keep those lines of communication open, because that is how we release, that is how we feel heard, and how we feel sometimes that we contribute, right? The next card that I've got is fulfillment. So speaking your truth leads to fulfillment. And fulfillment and speaking your truth leads to delight.
Oh, look at that. I love that picture.
Is that not gorgeous?
A little birdie told you.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Beautiful cards for Faye.
So it's interesting because the first card I pulled was the Angel of Procrastination.
I love
and I got this guy behind me, I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm going to procrastinate because he's not bad looking, But anyway, you can see that the person has their headphones on. They're not listening. They're not thinking about what they're doing.
Authentic communication.
Authentic communication. Forgive yourself for that, because we all go through it. So make sure you forgive yourself. And then it counsels patience for you. Everything is working out at the exact right time for you.
Whoops.
Upside down. Whoops.
They're asking what deck it is. So.
Oh, yeah. That's beautiful. Yep. Absolutely.
If that's the one you meant, did you guys mean this one? If you meant the other one, it
with
is
the birdie, with the birdie in it.
That is the Sacred Deck. I'm like a store over here. The Sacred Deck Oracle.
I am too.
I wanted to say, to help with communication, you can sing. I was given that advice. It was great advice. It opens up all of your stuff. Your ears and your throat are connected. You can't really communicate well with, without one being tuned up. So sing as loud as you can, sing out loud whenever you can, and that will help to open this up, and communication will flow more freely.
I pulled one more because I love these cards, but it says, it's hard to read it, but basically it's a hummingbird card and it says synergy.
Oh, beautiful.
And so look at that, the way all those birds are just reflecting on each other in beautiful harmony. So have a harmonious birthday.
Happy birthday, Faye.
Happy birthday. That's right. All right. Let's go to Sonia. A message from her guides, please.
Sonia. Breaking out a new deck. Just because. Why not? Yes, it absolutely is, Jamie. Good for the soul, for sure.
So this is the Starlight little cards that I just adore. And the first one is limitless. Know your worth. You are limitless. And you're just, they're saying, oh my God, you just don't know any idea how big you are. And they love you to the moon and back. And they said, destiny, it's not in the stars. Destiny is found in yourself. So how beautiful. Your guides wanted you to know these 3 words: limitless love and destiny.
I'm working on it. Sorry.
Take your time.
I just felt inspired to pull different decks out.
It's inspired.
Yes, is what I'm saying as a footnote to what's coming. Now we need one of these guys here.
Don't get a hernia there. All right.
I'm just worried that the whole thing is going to come crashing down. That's all.
I know. Just a reminder that Hershey, the Shadow Reader, is going to be on tonight on my channel at 6 o'clock. And tomorrow we'll be on Kelly's channel. That's 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 Eastern. What time is she coming on your channel tomorrow?
8 Eastern time.
8 p.m. Eastern time? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So the first card that we've got for you, Sonia, is the Snake and Shedding.
Mm-hmm.
So a release, right? It can also be just a the word that I'm looking for is not really what I want to say. I know that sounds crazy. It's about like navigation in a way. It's about like as you grow, you get rid of, the stuff from behind you that could be holding you back. It feels like that, right? We've got prioritize self-care. You do so much for others. It is time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. So if you are, again, this is like a boundaries thing, right? If you are always helping other people, if you are always the person that everyone else comes to, that's wonderful, and that's to be commended, and I'm sure it's appreciated, but you also have to remember to be kind to yourself so that you can continue to be of service to others, right? So if you're taking on their stuff and you're letting that weigh you down, you need to shed that. You need to release it. You need to take the burden off your back. The last card I've got here is pause. And it says, may moments of calm sustain you. So those moments of calm bring in clarity. They bring in alignment, and they bring in blessings and joy and love. And I think you need a little bit more of that than not. I mean, you can't go wrong with a little more calm. You know what I mean? That's what I got for you.
Excellent. Thank you, dear. Okay, Scorpio Mama, message from guides.
Scorpio Mama. I felt so bad. Scorpio Mama came in the other night to my chat, and I was like, sorry. I can't do it because I had just taken like 5 questions after I had already said that I wasn't going to. So.
I know. I hate saying no, but sometimes
I know,
we
me
have
too.
to. Yeah, I know.
Makes you feel bad. I have more cards here. I have cards everywhere. Friends, you have no idea. I have a problem.
Your friend Allie does too. You're not alone.
It's my friend Allie's fault.
It is. It's my fault. That's it. We didn't follow Gerald's advice.
No.
All right.
In all fairness, I have to be honest. I started purchasing before I met Gerald. Mm-hmm. So it was already too late for her.
We were irresponsible before we were told to be responsible.
Right. That's right. Speaking of working on, preaching what you or practicing what you preach, put up boundaries, Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I get you need to do a little bit more relaxation, honey. Maybe take you some time, sit by the water, sit out in the sun, ground your feet, relax, take it easy. And guess what? The angel of grounding comes up. Isn't that crazy? So yes, you're getting the double message that you are needed to relax and take a little bit of time for yourself. And they say help is on its way for whatever reason that might be, but they want you to do that.
Not even a joke. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. I love it when that happens. Like when you get a card and then the other person gets a card that's basically saying the same thing that you are.
Yep.
I'm going to pull you a crystal card, Scorpio Mona. Just bear with me here for a moment.
We are almost done here. We have 2 more to finish, and we will be done. We have like Angie.
Sorry, that sounded like the old 20-minute workout show. And 2 more, and 1 more. Sorry.
And 1, and 2. We have Angie and Mary Thornberry's general question to answer.
And don't forget to breathe. When I was younger, I would watch the 20-minute workout while eating my breakfast.
Did you sweat?
Not at all. Okay, so I got both of these cards came out at the same time: Awakening and Rejoicing. So literally, you said something's happening, someone's coming, right? So we've got Awakening. You are no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. That means that you are now in control. You know exactly what you need to do, and you know exactly how you're going to do it. Then we have Rejoicing. You have learned how to make the most out of life. You are on the doorstep of living your best life.
Wow.
And the crystal card that I pulled is Ruby. And these cards have like information on the back and then information, just like a little, sort of like a mission statement on the front. So on the back side, it says, improve physical strength and vitality, increase endurance and passion, activate productivity and self-motivation, increase enthusiasm and overall feelings of well-being. That seems pretty much like what that said, right? What those 2 cards said. On the front side, it says, vital life force flows vibrantly through me. I am grateful for my energetic passion for life.
Awesome.
I mean, come on. So get yourself a ruby is what I'm saying.
There you go.
Look at the
I
color.
heard that you can feel those. EQ picked one up when we were in Sedona, and she said her whole hand throbbed.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. Okay, Angie, we're going to try to answer this for you. Do you have a soul contract to marry? We can ask. You're the one who makes the soul contract, though. But we'll see what your guides tell us. Let's see.
Whoops, sorry. Didn't mean to do that so loud. I want to have a sense of humor right now and say, I'll take psychic for $200, Alex.
Hey, today they just said Ryan Seacrest is taking over for Pat Sajak's job.
Who is?
Ryan Seacrest.
To do what?
To do take over Pat Sajak.
For what show?
Wheel of Fortune. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, he's stepping down after 40 years. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he that part makes sense.
Yeah.
Ryan Seacrest doing Wheel of Fortune?
I know.
I mean,
yeah,
it's odd. But hey, maybe he needs to slow down too. I mean, the guy has like 19 jobs or something crazy. Like
he does. He does. Yes, that's true.
Maybe it's close by.
Yep.
Yes. Like when he was doing the show with Kelly Ripa. I mean, he had to have like a whole studio installed in like a nearby building.
Oh, he did?
Or downstairs in the building just so that he could continue his radio show. That seems like a lot to go through, right? Or to put yourself through. Okay.
So I got Angie. I got the horse, and the horse is a freedom-loving animal and a determined animal, one that has endurance. I'm feeling as though if you do have a soul contract to marry, you still want to make sure you have your own freedom and your own ability to be your own person. That's what I got.
Sorry about the crazy dog.
That's all right. That's all right.
I'm going to tell you what I've got. Okay. I think this is sort of a yes. We've got the Emperor. So, Emperor is about taking control, right? It's about leadership.
Yep.
It's about structure. We have the King of Fire.
Oh, 2 men.
King of Fire is very passionate, creative, great sort of entrepreneurial person, right? They've got all kinds of ideas and they're like sort of ready to go, right? At a moment's notice. And then you've got the 3 of Pentacles, which is collaborations and working with others. So I sort of feel like the answer to your question is you are meant to be with someone. But I kind of feel like, and I'm totally going out on a limb here, based on the card that I have on the bottom of the deck. I sort of feel like you may have already experienced this person in your life, and that's why you're asking the question. It's sort of like you might be thinking about revisiting that situation, and so I feel like it's playing on your mind, like it's almost causing you, like, you know, to not be able to sleep for trying to figure this out, if that makes sense. On the bottom of the deck, I've got the 7 of Air. The 7 of Air is, you know, it's an awareness. It's when you think that something's behind you, even though you can't see what's behind you, and you kind of like, you know what I mean? You kind of turn around, like your spidey senses are there. Yeah. It's about, you know, looking over your shoulder. It's about deceit. It's about betrayal. But it's also about the consequences of those actions. And so I don't want, you know, because you asked the question that you asked, so I'm trying to be delicate in the way that I answer this. I think the answer to your question is yes, but not like a destined soul contract. I think that there's someone that you've met that you feel connected to in like a soul contract way. And I think that you know who that person is.
Okay. I still think you're an independent person, Ange. So yeah. You'll find somebody that will honor your independence.
100%.
Yeah. Mary wants to know about aliens and how it would be accepted by worldwide religion. So I'm going to use the deck character because
sounds like a great idea.
All right, so the first one I get is the moon, and so I can just see it now. oh, look, it's the man in the moon and the Martians and all that. There'll be all that kind of jibber jabber.
Yeah.
And there will be a wrestling between the two factions, the people that accept them and the people that want to fight them, because they're aliens and they're not from around here. I get a sense that there will be some findings of their ships. I get a sunken ship, but they might find some ships with aliens on them, and that's how this all happens. And then I see a mother with a baby, and I have to say that there's going to be some kind of a concern in crossbreeding. They're like, no, we're not going to have humans and aliens having children together. So as far as the religion goes, it's going to really challenge people's faith because they're from such a limited mindset that it will be very difficult for them. Yeah.
I basically have, the same similar sort of thing. I've got the shield to start, followed by the gun, followed by the Grim Reaper. Yikes. Followed by the spatula, followed by the ruler, and on the bottom of the deck we've got the demon. So I feel like they, whatever, feel like a need to protect themselves with the shield and the gun and the Grim Reaper, because we fear what we don't understand or what we don't know. And on the other side of that, trying to resist and protect what we think is, right or normal, or do you know what I mean? With like the spatula and the ruler, right? Like that's sort of like the rule of life, like the way that we do things, right?
Yep. How true is that? That there was a TV show many years ago about an alien who was a policeman, and he had like this, and it was on TV. I can't remember when it was, but I remember how people treated him like the other. Yeah. And we always have to have somebody that will be the other. Yeah. And it's really awful.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you, Kelly. Thanks for all your questions and fun, and I hope you get rest tonight.
Absolutely.
No more dog barking.
Thank you for having me. I'm going to hide out in my office and let Mark handle it. That's what I'm thinking.
There you go. You can pretend you're on a show.
And for Quincy, because you said.
Hey, Quincy.
You said. Okay.
Thanks, everybody. God bless. Have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.